Pierre est en retard. Il n'arrivera jamais à destination. Il a oublié, comme on oublie trop souvent, que rouler au-dessus de la limite permise pour gagner quelques minutes, c'est risquer sa vie. Toute une vie pour quelques malheureuses petites minutes.
Venez nous visiter pour voir nos électroménagers, systèmes électroniques, les télévisions et nos meubles que nous avons en magasin. Nous offrons 36 mois en paiement égaux ou 13 mois sans paiement. Ceci sans intérêt.
Welcome to Channel 13. We have an activity coming up in the early summer, I believe September, sorry about that. And my two guests tonight are Josette Burbet and Selina Boulanger, who's going to talk about the Festival of Cultures. Welcome, Josette.
Hi,
welcome,
Lisa.
Selina. What is the name of your festival?
It's called the Festival of Cultures.
Okay.
And we also have Festival des Cultures. We made a bilingual name so that it applies to everybody. And we chose the Festival of Cultures as our name because in our population, which is still relatively small, we've got almost 20 different nationalities represented. And that's something that we should really be proud of. So we thought we'd have a festival and celebrate it with our community.
Oh, that's very good. How many members do you have involved with this committee?
Our members, we have 8 members on our committee. I had to think twice here, I had to start counting. No, we are 8 on our committee. So naturally there's Selina, who is the president of our committee.
Okay.
I'm responsible for publicity. There's also Hélène Gingras, there's Yolande Dumas, Glenda Woodbury, Chantal Paquette, André Raymond, and Pascal Pincy. And we've been meeting pretty regularly since, February, March, almost every second week. But since the beginning of June, it's every week because the countdown is on.
It's coming on. It's coming close.
The countdown is on.
And there's buttons that will represent the culture to which we're all wearing this evening. Do you want to explain how the buttons came about?
Yeah, we wanted a logo for a festival and we really wanted the community to be involved with it. So we had a contest among the children, the youth of our town. It included École Marie-Alain Thorne and EGT, both
Okay.
the French side and the English side. We had about 50 entries. We were really proud of
Good.
that, of all age groups, and it was really nice to see. We voted, and the vote was blind. We didn't know who did what logo
Okay.
until the end. And Tessa Shank is the winning artist and who did this beautiful logo. We chose it because really the people could be of any nationality.
Okay.
It represents all of us. And it had members of the entire family, which is really what we want our festival to be, is an activity for everybody from grandparents to little kids.
Okay.
Tessa is in secondary 2 at the English side of EGT. And she did a really great job. We're really happy.
What did Tessa win as an entry as winning for the participants?
She won a $50 cash prize,
Okay.
a T-shirt with her logo on it,
Good.
as well as to know that her logo will appear everywhere as part of our publicity for the next few years.
Oh, that's good.
We sell the buttons as well for $2 each,
Okay.
which help finance the festival. So that we can keep the costs as low as we can for everybody. With the button, the people who buy them can win something. We're not quite sure what, it's in the works. We're trying to get a nice little package together. So there'll be a draw at the festival, and there's numbers on the buttons, and therefore the winning number would win the prize. As well, they would get rebates at certain activities like the
Okay.
pancake breakfast, different things like that. And there's going to be a bunch of free activities in the park as well.
Okay. Do they have to be, I mean, we're encouraging people to come out. I don't want to sound negative, but let's say somebody cannot make it to the festival and they purchase a button. Do they have to be present to win your
If
prize?
they just hand off their button to somebody who's going to be there,
Okay.
then that person can be there when the number is read.
Okay. Well, that sounds fair enough.
Also maybe mention with the logo, because Tessa, she did a very good job with the drawing, and also what you mentioned with the family, it can also represent not necessarily just the members of a family. Since we have so many nationalities in town, it could be like we are a family in our community with all these different nationalities.
That's right.
So you can look at it many ways, and it's very symbolic of our community.
That's true. And
Yeah.
being that there's so many nationalities in this town, the cultures are different. So this is why you want
Yes,
your
and you see,
festival of
especially
cultures.
the people are holding hands,
Right.
and that's exactly what we do. You know, whenever you have an activity, anything that's going on in town, everybody's always participating, so it's everybody involved, and we're working together, and that's
That's what our
community
goal is.
spirit. Yes.
Yes, it is. You must have a schedule planned of activities as to what's going to be happening that day.
Yes,
What do you have?
as you mentioned at the beginning of your show there, Lisa, it's going to be at the end of the summer. So since it's our first year for our festival, and we'd like it to become an annual event, because when you look at the Nugget, or if some of our French viewers are listening to us today, when you look at all the French newspapers in the area, there's always a festival. There's always a festival going on in the area.
Right.
And Timiskaming, we were sort of not on the map for a festival. So we said, well, let's put on a festival. So being our first time with this festival, we didn't want to go too big, and we didn't want to have too many activities that we sort of will miss the boat. So we went small for our first year.
And build it up.
And yes, exactly. So we'll see how the people respond to our festival, participation and so on. And from there, we'll build on our second one for next year. So this is what's going on this summer. So it starts on Saturday, August 31st. So in other words, it's on Labor Day weekend.
Oh, okay.
So it's Saturday night and Sunday mainly. So
Okay.
we're starting off with this. So Saturday night, people can expect a cocktail, dinner, and dance at the center in the Dettori Hall.
Okay.
And some of our viewers were present at the Gala de Touristes that we had in the spring at the center. We had terrific music. So it's a trio from Rouen, Phil Norman. It's a father and son, and there's another man with them. And it's beautiful, beautiful music. And even during the meal, during the dinner, it's because it's going to be buffet style, and it's going to be called a buffet, around the world buffet. I'll tell you more later when we're going to talk about tickets.
Okay.
But just to mention that while you are waiting, you know, for your turn to go and serve yourself at the buffet, well, there'll also be dancing while you're waiting. And it's dancing like it's not rock and roll or Okay, it's very slow music, very relaxing music, dinner music, in
Dinner
other
music.
words. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and then there are going to be our disc jockey at the same time for the dance for the rest of the evening. So this is going to be Saturday night, August
Okay.
31st. So I'm going to repeat the dates also, so
That's
for the
fine.
people
That's
can
right.
already put an X on their calendar. And so Saturday, August 31st, that's our takeoff. And the Sunday morning, from 9 to 11, we're going to have a pancake breakfast at the Golden Age.
Okay.
And from there, at 11 o'clock, then you can walk over to the park, the 75th anniversary park, where there will be all kinds of activities nonstop from 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So what can you expect at the park? There should be all kinds of different activities in the park itself. Every hour there should be live entertainment on the bandstand. What else? Naturally, there'll be a barbecue where you can buy hot dogs, hamburgers, and so on. So
When
you
you-
can have lunch.
When
there
you
at
mention
the same time.
activities, is there an age group in this?
Well, there'll be activities for children, like probably mini putt and so on. Like the details will be in our poster and our pamphlets that we're going
Okay.
to hand out during the summer.
Okay.
Okay. What else is there? And probably you're going to find clowns walking around also, giving out free balloons to the kids. And do we mention the other little thing? What the kids are going to get free?
It's up
No,
to
as
you.
a surprise.
I think it'd be a nice surprise.
A nice surprise. Okay, maybe we shouldn't say everything so that people are attracted and say, well, what else is
Keep
going
things-
on?
keep
yeah,
them in
just a
suspense.
little things. Also, at the same time, there are going to be card games, the Golden Age,
Okay.
shuffleboard, and so on. And while all this is going on, since we're hoping to have lots of people come out to our activities, especially on the Sunday, September 1st, I'm mentioning the date again. So if you're walking from the park to the center, we're going to have all the area at the center, the parking lot. There will be no cars be able to park there.
Okay.
So that there will be lots of walking around and the kids will be playing with their bikes or whatever, and just sort of, okay, because at the station there'll be an open house at the station. Already on Channel 13, we're announcing there's an exhibition of glacier. How do you say that in English?
Icebergs?
Icebergs. Okay, that's already announced on Channel 13. So lucky for us, they will still be at the center. That exposition will still be there on September 1st. So we're going to have people will be able to just walk in. The door will be open, and we are not going to charge them for that day. So if you want to go and
Admission is
visit,
free.
the admission is going to be free. We're picking up the tab for all the people who will want to go and visit that exhibition, because usually you pay something when you go at the station and you visit. Also, that's on the main floor. On the second floor, there should also be a contest, a picture contest. And
Is this at the center or at the train
no,
station?
at the station.
Okay.
At the station, so the main floor, your exhibition. Second floor at the station, people will be able to go and check out pictures that people have taken of things or people or whatever makes them proud. What is your pride? What are you proud of?
Okay.
So we'll have more info beginning of July for those pictures, especially during the summer when the weather's nice. If you're like me, you're a Kodak.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we'll have that. So that's always on the Sunday afternoon. That's from 11 to 5. Now in the evening, always Sunday evening, September 1st, we're going to have a teen dance.
Okay.
Because we have to think of the teens,
That's
because
right.
we've taken care of the adults, we've taken care of the children, all ages. Even adults can be children and play some different games that you'll see. So there will be two things going on the Sunday night. There will be a teen dance, and that we are thinking of a street dance. I don't know if Lisa, if you remember when you were
the good old days.
in the good old days, and we thought, because if you remember the names that I mentioned here a while ago, the members of our committee, we have all ages. So some of us did remember when we were teenagers back then, instead of Provigo, it was Dominions, and we used to
Yes.
have our street dance there. So we're hoping to revive a street dance for the teens on the Sunday night.
Oh, that would be good.
While the kids are having fun at the dance, adults will have a wine tasting evening at the center.
Okay.
And I guess that's about it for the activities. So like I mentioned a while ago, we didn't want to go too big. We just wanted to start gradually. And also during all the different activities going on at the park on the Sunday afternoon, all the performers, all the entertainers, you should have a variety of all the different nationalities in town. So you'll be able to hear different kinds of music. And also there should be displays. I don't know if this is the right word that I'm using, a display. A kiosk or a booth where nationalities, we've already invited them either in the Contact or on Channel 13, if some of them wanted to participate and just to show or introduce their culture to the town. So we'll be able to have some booths set up or tables where they could come and just show us
what they have, what they do.
Share their culture with us, because I think that's the idea behind the festival, in order to share and to find out, well, what is this culture all about, and the people, and that's all free of charge. So if people, because sometimes when you see an ad, you just don't have all the information, and you just sort of, well, should I, shouldn't I? Okay, so if they know ahead of time, everything is free. Okay, we'll supply everything for you. All you have to do is just bring your things and come and share your culture with us. That's what we would like to do. So people will be walking around at the park. There will be activities. There will be some music, and at the same time, so it's just going to be, and food in a corner. So, it's going to be a nice, busy, and interesting place.
A very fun time.
Yes.
The team dance, will it be supervised?
It should be, because the one who is responsible for the teen dance is Andre Raymond. Okay. So the youth center has the responsibility of organizing that teen dance. Because we are 8 members on the committee, naturally we've divided all our little jobs, and we all have a little something to do, and we all have our responsibilities. So the teen dance, that's Andre's baby with the youth center.
It's just, I'm sure a lot of the parents will be happy. There is an activity for the teens, because most times, unfortunately, they seem to be left out, and it's always 12 and under.
Well, they often get a bad rap for not doing anything, but often something's not offered to them.
That's right.
So we made it a conscious decision from the get-go to really have something for the teens to do that would be fun for them.
That's right. It'll be good.
Where they can also involve themselves in it.
Yeah, that's
because when we did
thing.
our brainstorming of activities, of ideas and so on, we said, well, let's have 2 dances at the same time. And we said, well, no, if the adults are at the center having a good time, well, somebody needs to be home to babysit the kids. So we said we can't have a teen dance at the same time. So, so finally we came with this. So the Sunday night, we're hoping that the wine tasting, because the wine would be, again, all of the different countries. So we're hoping to have less people at the wine tasting compared to the dinner on the Saturday night. So if some adults want to attend both events, they can if they want to, but there'll be less adults out, so the kids can have their so the kids can have their dance, and some of them can babysit the Saturday night at the same time. So we try to think of everything.
It's a good good way, like you said, to bring the adults out, let them have a good time, but then there's a time for the teens or the adolescents to come out and have a good time as well. So it seems like you've thought of all areas, which is
we
good.
tried.
Yeah, which is good. What is needed for this festival?
We have so many different cultures involved in our community.
Okay.
And we need input, because the members of our committee, we're all very hardworking, but we're all French Canadian and some English Canadian as well. We need different ideas for nationalities, recipes, music, games for children that you remember from when you were young. Even if you don't specifically have these things, if you can link us to somebody who can, then we will make all the legwork. We will do all the work to try to get those things. But we need names and numbers so that we can really get moving. We've got a lot of it already, but we really want the community involved with it. Especially when it comes to the dancing, if you know a group that can do a demonstration on stage, that would make our day. Games for the children for the park. Josette is taking care of the people. She's the contact person for that.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
So if they can call her, I'm just going to give out her number at 627-9293. And she'll be more than glad to take the information, and we'll do all the work if you're just willing to share with us what information you have.
Okay, so again, anybody who has any recipes or or any ideas, Josette is the contact person.
Yes, I am.
So her number again is 9293, so she's always available to take your calls. Great. What about the tickets? Where will they be on sale? How much do they cost? And how long are they on sale till?
Okay.
Until?
Let's start with the dinner tickets for the Saturday night. Again, music of Phil Norman, because I think we have to really publicize that because, and I think our best publicity will be word of mouth. Like I mentioned a while ago, I know La Galette Studis, I think it was mostly in French, and I saw a lot of people from Temiskaming who attended because that was a regional event. Okay. And the music was just, if you love dancing, you're going to have a good time that night. So I've got to put that out. So we're putting 200 tickets for sale for the Saturday night meal.
Okay.
And the dance. They are selling for $25 each.
Okay.
And as of July 1st, they will be on sale at the center.
Okay.
So if anybody out there would like to buy a ticket for the meal on Saturday night, August 31st, because if people are just switching into Channel 13, maybe they're wondering what we're doing here.